gang's not here yet, are they?
Not here yet.
That's okay. That's okay. We'll make it happen anyway. He is Chris Welch, and he has a group of students from Marion Center with him right now, and some others expected to join us here momentarily. But school board meeting on Monday night.
That's right.
The announcement of the award of a bunch of money to a bunch of student groups at the Marion Center schools, and that's what we're here to talk about today.
Todd, the namesake of this trust is W.A. McCreery. A lot of residents in the northern part of the county will recognize that name because the middle school is named after him. He's someone who was involved in education for his entire career and was very concerned with the welfare of the students. So when he passed on, he left a significant amount of money in a trust to be given away to the students. And a committee was set up as a result of the instructions in this trust. And the committee every year, with me as the trustee, divides that money between various student organizations. This year it was about $13,000, and we were able to affect 9 different student organizations.
How about that? And the method by which he did that, that's not the normal method by which these things work, but it's a wonderful little, I don't want to say trick, but a mechanism that is used for the distribution of these funds.
It is, and like I said at the school board meeting, we're still trying to figure out the best way to do this. The first year or two, I think there was 1, maybe 2 organizations that benefited from this. But now, all students from K through 12 and even alumni are benefiting from the proceeds of this fund. And like you said, we've got some students here from some various student organizations that were awarded big checks. I like to call them the Happy Gilmore checks because they look like the checks from the movie Happy Gilmore.
There you go.
They got checks on Monday night at the meeting. Ms. Glenda Cribbs is going to be here to talk about this shortly, but I'd like some of these kids to talk about what they're going to do with this money.
Let's meet them. I know there are some. Let's get the Spaniards up here first. We were teasing the Spaniards and telling them we're going to make them all speak Spanish during this entire time. You don't have to do that, by the way. But go ahead, introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm Dominic Urbani.
I'm Morgan Straw.
And we are talking about your award from this wonderful trust, the McCreery Trust. Tell me about it.
All right, so next year over spring break, we're planning a trip to Europe. We're going to go to Spain, France, and Italy. And it was just approved this Monday, the school board meeting. And Spanish Club will be using the money from the McCreery Trust Fund to give scholarships to the eligible and deserving Spanish students to use towards for paying for the trip.
Mm-hmm. And from the standpoint of you two as student, I assume that you're student leaders of the Spanish Club. Mm-hmm. President, vice president, yes? All right. Who's president?
We're actually the co-presidents.
Oh, co-presidents. I
Yes.
like it.
Nice.
I like it. Morgan, tell me about what this means to the Spanish Club to get this.
Well, to get this money, it means a lot because we can help out 2 students to go on the trip with us.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really exciting.
Yeah, I would guess that it's a very exciting thing. When you heard of the award to Spanish Club, a pretty exciting time, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, tremendous. Well, congratulations are in order, and it really speaks to the wonderful feelings about Spanish Club at Marion Center.
Thank you.
Todd, I think we have football represented here as well. I don't know how many players, at least 1, and I believe they're going to use theirs for some sort of training. Go ahead.
That microphone actually pulls up. You're rather taller than Morgan over there. Good morning.
Hi.
Your name?
My name's Dylan Goss.
Uh-huh.
We were given $1,000 to the McCreery Trust Fund to put towards our Gettysburg football camp.
Mm-hmm.
We've gone the past 2 summers, and it's a great camp. Not only for skill-wise, we go with like separate college coaches just to work on like our specific position. But it's a great team-building exercise too, and the money really helped put towards the cost of the camp.
Yeah, and I would guess that it being a trip to Gettysburg, it's more than about football, too.
Yeah, after the camp, we usually go toward the battlefield and everything like that, so it's really a great experience for everybody on the team.
Well, that's a tremendous thing. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I spoke to Coach DeHaven after we awarded the money, and I told him this, with them going to Gettysburg for a football event, it reminded me of the movie Remember the Titans, when they were actually worked out on the battlefield. So this has to be a pretty exciting thing for the football team as well.
Did you tell him that he also has to dress up as General Meade in order to do this? Thankfully, he's not having to dress. Never mind. Next, who's next? For
We've
us
got
today?
one of our board members here now. Actually, the chair of our board is Miss Glenda Cribbs.
Mm-hmm. And
Hello.
Good morning.
I'm really excited to do this. I've been learning so much about Mr. McCreery from research that I've done, and I had a chance to speak to Dr. James McCormick and Mrs. Sue Olson, who gave me a lot of information, found some old pictures. It's been so fun to make the connection between what these students are doing currently and what Mr. McCreery was passionate about as he spent time for 40 years at Marion Center. So to see that connection, for example, he loved music, and we have theater here today, and the theater club, and we have who incorporates a lot of music into their work, and he loved to play the banjo, and we sent the band. The band had some money last year, so I know he would love that. Liam's here today to talk about the Boy Scouts. Mr. McCreery loved the Boy Scouts, and he loved to travel, so these kids going with the Spanish club, it's just amazing. And I love seeing that connection. I'm so happy that we have these students who want to lead positive lives, and they're reaching out and enjoying life and embracing so many positive things.
Oh, yeah.
It's wonderful.
What a legacy it is.
And
All
I
right.
really appreciate Mr. Welsh for supporting this. We sought him out because we wanted a connection with Marion Center. So to find a graduate of Marion Center that was an attorney that could help set up the trust was fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We want to talk to the theater students next.
Let's do that.
I was
Let's
out
do
a week
that.
or two ago and got to see the musical that they put on, and it made me feel really old because the music that was part of this event was 80s music, and I thought, these kids are looking at this as oldies now.
What was it?
What was the name of the musical?
The name of the musical was Back to the 80s.
Uh-huh.
It was the story of a kid named Corey. He took us through his time as a senior in high school, and we got to see him meet this girl that he wanted to get married to. We got to see him go to prom, which was a really fun time. And, well, we got to see a fight. Fight went down between a nerd and a jock.
A nerd and a
Pretty
jock.
great.
We haven't introduced you, though. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
My name is Reese, and I am on behalf of the theater club. And we received money from the McCreery Trust Fund for the second annual student showcase.
Oh, okay.
It is, well, it's really a literacy night that we try to reintroduce literacy back into the district and the community. And this year is special because it is the 100th anniversary of graduating students from Marion Center.
Wow. I didn't know that. Well, amazing. Has this event already occurred, or is it coming up?
It is occurring sometime next month or so.
Okay.
Yeah, we gotta.
So
we got a while.
we'll hear about that, and we'll get it publicized, and folks will be able to learn about that. And it's still in the future, and I'm sure this award is going to help a lot.
It will.
Tremendous.
All right, Todd,
80s.
I think last we've got someone from Boy Scout Troop 50 in Marion Center. Scouting is very important to me. I'm the immediate past district chairman of the Boy Scouts for the Chestnut Ridge District, so I was glad to see that the Scouts stepped up and received some of this money.
Very
Go
good.
ahead.
Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Liam Dickin. I'm with Troop 50 in Marion Center. We usually use this grant to go on educational and historical trips. In the past, we've gone to the Air Force Museum and the Wright Brothers Memorial. This year, we'll be going to Erie. We'll be visiting the flagship Niagara, the Erie Maritime Museum, and the Erie Zoo. We'll also be getting a tour of the lighthouse there.
Wow, that is a great trip. I mean, the trip out to Dayton is fantastic. I know. My son just loved it out there. But did you see when you were in Dayton? You went there?
No, I did not.
You
I'm sorry.
didn't. You didn't make that trip. Oh man, you missed the chance to see all the old Air Force Ones. But you've got this trip coming up, and the Niagara is a tremendous experience. I'm sure that you guys are really looking forward to it.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah. How long have you been in scouting?
I think it's my second year now. I'm a scribe in first class.
Well, tremendous, and what a great thing this is. It probably means an awful lot to the entire troop.
It does. Without it, we wouldn't be able to go on these trips,
Yeah.
learn new things.
Tremendous, Liam. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Todd,
Yeah.
I think there are actually a couple more here. How much time do we have?
A few minutes.
Okay. We've got a representative here from the track and field boosters that received, I think, the most significant award. And I apologize. I thought we had gone through everybody.
Good morning.
Morning.
What's your name?
Mackenzie Lucas, and I'm representing Marion Center Track and Field, coached by Mr. Peters and Nicole Dan. And With the support from the McCreery Trust Fund, it allows our athletes to go to a camp, and it will give us the advantage to take advantage of the programs being offered and make us become better athletes. And I've actually been to this camp before for cross country, and they had experienced college coaches, and it really helped us become better athletes, and I think it will help a lot of other people too.
Yeah, cross country and track and field are always big sports for Marion Center. You guys have been very good at it for a very, very long time, and probably through the support of Dr. McCreery and others within the program. It must have been quite exciting to hear that you were going to get this award.
Yeah, it's really good.
Tremendous. Season's already started in terms. You're practicing now?
Yep.
When's first meet?
First meet is actually next week.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's coming up.
Well, you've been running in the snow now, so once the weather warms up, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. And what else have we?
Todd, we have another student organization represented here, which is the History Buff Bikers. This was one of the first organizations that the Trust benefited. The Trust proceeds helped purchase a trailer to be towed behind a vehicle and purchased bicycles and helmets. And with, again, Coach DeHaven, I believe his wife and maybe a few other teachers are involved. They get students together. Well, I don't want to steal her thunder. I'll let you tell what you do.
Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Michaela Leidick. I'm the president of the History Buff Bikers. This year, because of the McCreery Trust Fund, we were able to go to Antietam and tour the battlefield there. And then from Antietam, we're going to bike the canal to Harper's Ferry, which is about 16 miles.
Oh, wow.
And then from there, we're going to go to Gettysburg. So we're very excited.
How many students, if you don't mind me asking, are involved in this organization?
There's currently about 20 students, and we'll take 5 or 6 adults with us. So
Is this a relatively new club?
yeah, it started about 5 years ago, right before I started the club.
What a wonderful idea, though,
Yeah.
because it combines the idea of exercising and getting out
Exactly.
into and the living history that we have in the
Yeah.
Antietam battlefield. I know that the bike trails at Gettysburg are tremendous.
Yeah, it is amazing. It's
Yeah.
gorgeous.
Wonderful time. When is the trip going to take place?
We're going June 6th, 7th, and 8th. So
Wow. I want to go with them.
That's what I said. They've gone to some local places too.
yeah, we do some fun rides throughout the summer. We've went to Marine State Park and done that bicycle trail.
Yeah.
And we also went to the Ghost Town Trail up in Black Lick.
Sure.
And we're hoping to go to the Punxsutawney Trail this year.
Yeah, well, I've been on that Valier Trail. We do that one quite often, and the coke ovens right along there are
Yeah.
just tremendous. It's a great, great trip. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Wow. This is so many different areas that are touched by this one trust that every year you do something in order to distribute funds to some very worthy organizations.
It is. It's very exciting. There are just 1 or 2 other organizations that I think Ms. Cribbs would like to recognize that received some money. Go ahead.
Yes, I was able to bring these high school students with us today, but the McCreery Trust Fund, we try to reach out to all the school and community. So we have the Rain PTA is receiving money to bring in some aviary educational programs, assemblies to the students. The McCreery PTA, there's a donation to them to build adaptive playground equipment for students with needs. And the McCreery Elementary has received some money this year to help fund their Summer Splash program, which brings students in during the summertime so their education is continued over the summer.
Yeah.
So it's really great. So those kids, almost every student in the Rain and McCreery buildings will be touched by the money.
Well, so many
it's
people
great.
have been touched by this one gentleman down through the years, those who were educated by him and those whose legacy he touches even today. Chris, Glenda, thank you so much for bringing in these students. with
Thank
us.
you for having us.
Yes, thank you very much.
It is our distinct pleasure. Thank you all. Now go back and take a test or something, will you? You too in Spanish. I want to see your work. It's Indiana in the Morning, presented by First Commonwealth Bank, AM 1160 WCCS 101.1 FM. Tomorrow,